Alright, so what's up boys? It's me Asseht. We're back here once again to discuss my story time with what happened to Ragna's 4090. So, this is not the old 4090 and this is actually new from our dear friend ASUS. Thank you so much ASUS. Shout out to ASUS. Okay, so starting with my story. What happened? Right? So I have the grand timeline here on my hands. Excuse the paper. I haven't had the time to memorize everything that happened for the past few days. But everything started at July 6. Something bad happened to Ragna. I was playing games and watching Facebook and YouTube. Mind you, these games are not that big. I was actually playing Fallout New Vegas.
In a world filled with misery and uncertainty, it is a great comfort to know that, in the end, there is light in the darkness.
You will see that it's not really heavy on the video card, but when we turned off the computer and checked for wherever that smell was coming from, it didn't turn out to be the UPS or anything at all. I was actually curious if it was the monitor because I had bought a new monitor just a few days before this happened. And then me and my girlfriend thought that it was just the hair straightener she was using. And then when we started to open the computer again, turn it on, and then play the same game, she turned off her hair straightener and tried to smell it from the appliance itself. Once we checked near Ragna, outside the case mind you, it smelled a lot different. Turned the PC on again and started playing, and then once we started to play New Vegas, it happened again. The smell came out. Checked where the smell was coming from. I checked everywhere, and then that was when I had a mini heart attack when I realized that the smell was coming from the GPU itself. So I took the card out, placed it back in the box. It's a good thing that I keep the boxes all the time. So placed it everything, wrapped it in the anti-static plastic, and then put everything else inside, including the receipt, and then I just kept it aside for the meantime. And shout out to my best friend Hans. So Hans actually has a spare EVGA 3080 Ti. So he lent it to me so that I could continue working on stuff, continue to play games. Thank you so much, Hans. Love you, baby. And then I placed that card here instead, and I'll show you the picture in the video here. So after that day, I just went with my mother, my father, and my girlfriend to her graduation. Congrats, mom. It's an amazing day as well, even with the thing that happened with the 49. On July 8th is the time that we brought the card to MF Computer Solutions, the one near MacDo LaSalle. That's because they have two branches in Bacolod. And thank you so much, Sir Jude, for helping us with the warranty process of this card. And then just gave me a RMA form so that I could check on the card once in a while. And the next update would be on July 15. And this is the scary part. Oops. Before we gave Sergio the card, I made sure to take some pictures to show that the card has not been damaged in any way, that the only damage to the card was its melted power port. On July 15, MF sent me an update regarding the RMA on the 4090. Innovista Technologies Incorporated, the one that supplied the card to MF Computer Solutions, voided the warranty for the card. That's a big problem for me, especially with the card that costs almost 140,000 pesos. So I asked Sir Jude if this is a final decision on their part, that the card won't be replaced or anything. On that day, he just sent me their detailed report regarding the warranty, and it just said on the conclusion part that they cannot proceed with the warranty because of the burned port, port for the connector. I got in contact with ASUS immediately on their customer service, gave them all the details, informed them what happened, and also they got in contact with me through email, and I also got in contact with NVIDIA. NVIDIA just said if any of the NVIDIA cards that they, especially the 4090s that have the new 12 volt high power connector, they should be replaced. But because it's not from them, it's not a founders edition card, So they said that I should get in contact with ASUS and just inform them if there were problems along the way. And then the customer service from ASUS just informed me to wait for their email. So I just waited a few moments for it, and I think they replied to me within just 24 hours. So moving on to July 25th, ASUS got in touch with me. So this is the local ASUS. They informed me that the dealer has already contacted them regarding the RMA process. I guess Innovista Technologies also decided that to consider what happened with my video card, and then they told me that to wait for at least 72 hours for the next update because they need more time to process the RMA. I emailed them again on July 30th. I informed them that I need an update regarding the RMA of my 4090. And after a few hours, they got back to me. They informed me of a very bad news that they cannot proceed with the warranty because of the melted port. My next reply to them was actually why can't you replace it, because I didn't cause the melting of that port. It was from the product itself. They didn't reply to that email. I know this is not ASUS's main management. This is just from the local support group. So again, on that same day, I got in contact with the customer service again and informed them of what happened, if they're going to consider this. So same process again as before. I just informed them more on my side that I didn't cause that problem. It happened naturally, if you could say that. It just happened on its own from the card itself. The next day, Asus just sent me an email that they're processing this all over again. And then on August 1, out of fear on my side, obviously because it's an expensive part of a computer, and this was actually advised by some of the good people from our NVIDIA community, Philippines NVIDIA community. They told me that if you're afraid that the warranty might not go through, I should get in touch with Steve or Stephen Burke. Actually, this was not the first time I got in touch with Steve. I also used to own a 5700 XT from AMD that during a brownout or a power outage stopped working. I also got in contact with him to help me what should I do with the warranty process. But on that card, we weren't able to get it replaced since I did a few modifications on the card itself. But this time around, I got in contact with him. I asked him what should be the best course of action regarding this, especially that the card is just 7 months old, 7 to 8 months old, and then that the card was not damaged in any way. So I got in contact with him, sent him an email, and asked him that what should I do if ever ASUS won't honor my warranty process or would totally void the warranty all in all. And after just a few minutes, Steve actually replied to me, informed me what should I do with the card, and then he actually set me up with some of ASUS's heads, if you can call them, or directors, something like that. And then on that email, he informed everyone that I need help with my card. He asked them to help me with my warranty process, and if they can't cover the warranty process, I just send him the card and he will pay for it in full. So once again, Steve, thank you so much for that offer, and thank you so much for your help in finishing this warranty process with you. So here's the video as well, and then we got the card. Again, thank you so much. We managed to get the card from Asus as well. Not to give Asus a bad name regarding all this, I guess they're still it's just the higher ups weren't able to know what was happening, because again, the ones that voided the warranty was not their local management. It was actually Asus's just local support groups. So what happened was, after those emails, after providing all those data, the very next day, I got in contact with executive care as well. This is a different email that I've been replying to. So on that executive care email, I was asked for a few more details regarding personal details so that they could finally process the warranty. And they also decided, ASUS decided to replace the card fully. So they won't be repairing the card, they will be replacing it with a brand new one. So for ASUS aside, thank you so much for this. After that email with ASUS, there was Sir Zenon that contacted me. He's one of the higher ups from ASUS Philippines local management. So he's the one that got in a call with me, asked me for some info, and then he was really good. He he was really sorry as well for the inconvenience that the problem caused me. And then he also mentioned that they weren't in the local management wasn't informed about the RMA process. That's why it was voided in the first place. So when it reached them, I guess after my second call with their customer service, they decided immediately to replace the card. After a few more days, on August 9th, that is when this card arrived. And then it was actually Sir Zanin as well that handled the shipping fee. I didn't pay for anything along the way to process the warranty. No money whatsoever. I didn't need to provide any form of payment to anyone to finish this whole warranty process. It was all shouldered by the respective companies and incorporations that handled the RMA process. And then again, thank you so much, Sir Zenon, for handling all of this for me. So shout out to Sir Zenon from ASUS. I wasn't expecting it to arrive so fast because when Sir Zenon informed me that I would be choosing either express or regular, they recommend to go for regular because if I go for express, they can't ship it to my home directly. I would need to pick it up from LBC branch or any of the warehouses. So I went for the regular delivery because I still have a 3080 Ti from hands that I'm using, so I'm not rushing to receive the card at any time. I just want it to arrive safe and sound on my home. And then, when it arrived, I didn't expect it to actually ride by plane from Luzon to Visayas. On the box, it says that it's been traveling using Philippine Airlines. Oh my god. When it arrived, I got in touch with Sir Zenin again, both call and email, informed him that the card arrived safely. I wasn't able to open the package until August 12 because I was informed that I need to show it to MF Computer Solutions as well, the whole unboxing. So we went there on August 12, brought the sealed package there and unboxed it. Here's the video of that. The whole process is there, and everyone that hello. So say hi. So this is Casper. Is also one of the annoying mascot here. Go to your mom. Go. When we went to MF Computer Solutions, we unboxed everything there, and then to make it extra safe as well, I also upgraded my power supply to this. I tried so hard because ASUS recommended that I could go for an ASUS power supply as well. I tried so hard to look for an ASUS TUF so that it could go with the build. There is no ASUS TUF 1000 watts or above power supply that is available. And the next ASUS product that's available is ASUS ROG Platinum, which is the Thor, I guess, the 1200 watts, which is very very expensive. So what we did was we went with the Corsair RM 1000X. So this is the new power supplies with the shifted ports at the back. Hopefully this time around it won't happen again. And then we unbox everything there. We also installed everything at MF Computer Solutions. So thank you so much, MF Computer Solutions, for allowing us to finish this build there. So my girlfriend and my best friend actually went with me. Hans was also there. He also bought a few stuff at MF Computer Solutions. And then we're here. So everything is working now. I don't have a monitor here to show you, but it's working. I have been playing games on it, even we call this. I have been playing games on this, and even more demanding games like I guess nothing is more demanding than a fully maxed out Cyberpunk. It's actually modded too. Damn! All the specs here are also in the description. I'll put it there so anyone asking what's the whole build for any compatibility checks. Okay, so that leads us here to the finale. Everything's working. I am glad to not be buying a new 4090, and especially I don't want to get a 5090. It's gonna be much more expensive than the 4090 that I bought. I am thankful so much for ASUS for helping me process this, for getting me a new card, and for making this a smooth process. Even if there's a few hiccups in the beginning, I'm glad that we get a good ending on this one. I'm also thankful to Stephen Berg from Gamers Nexus. Thank you so much for the added help to get me in contact with ASUS's higher ups. And thank you so much to MF Computer Solutions for handling this RMA process, for receiving the damaged 4090, and then for allowing us to build this computer in your own store. And thank you so much for that. Okay, so to anyone who is experiencing the same issues with me, the best course of action is always to get in touch with the customer service of your respective brands. If your card is from ASUS, get in touch with ASUS immediately. If your card is from other brands, get in touch with them as well. Never ever try to do all self repair on the card. If it melted, don't try to poke it, remove all the debris, or try to keep it running like I did. If you already see that the connector, like mine, melted, don't try to turn on the computer even if it's still working. It might cause a more bigger problem that could damage other parts of your computer. So once you detect that you had a melted connector, turn it off and then just disconnect the video card and prepare it for RMA process, especially if it's within warranty period. Also, if you have contact with your with the store that you bought it from, it's also good to get in touch with them so that they could help you out with your warranty process as well. So that's all for today, guys. Thank you all for watching. If you have any questions or comments, drop them on the comments below, and then feel free to subscribe and like the video. I'll see you all next time. Bye bye.